Hi there folks, Borislav247 here with another Days Gone video. And on this video I'm going to show you all the easiest ways in which to take out the Marauder Camp Hunter mission, Smoke on the Mountain. Now this particular camp is part of the main Days Gone missions, so it is mandatory that this particular mission is completed. If you don't, you simply will not be able to progress any further in the game. So, on this video, I will be showing a great number of ways to take out this particular camp. But, and this is very important to know, I will only be using weapons that would be available to you around the time that you would be taking on this mission in order to get the job done. So you're not going to be seeing any Chicago choppers, MG55s, and there's going to be no ridiculously high-powered sniper rifles. What you are going to see is the shitty 9mm, the SMP-9, because you can unlock it before getting to this mission, and very easily, as well as this, the M40 sniper rifle. I am going to show a method that involves that. But of course, there is another problem when you come to sniper rifles this early in the game. Until you get a trust level 2 at Copeland's camp, or Tucker's for that matter, you will not be able to buy a suppressor for your sniper rifle. So the method that I show on this one, yeah, I will be going loud. But it's a lot of fun. Anyhow, without any further ado, let's just get to the action. Right then folks, the first method is going to be using the SMP-9. Now I'm showing on the map exactly where this particular Marauder camp is. And very unusually, I am actually going to show the journey from Copeland's camp to get to this particular Marauder camp, and there's a very good reason for this, because this particular camp from most areas is very difficult to attack effectively apart from one, and because every single method that I show starts from this particular location, yeah, it's extremely important to show exactly how to get to it. So it's not a particularly long run in order to get to this particular Marauder camp from Copeland's. And of course, because this mission comes so early in the game, I'm very pleased to say that the journey in order to get to this Marauder camp is a very safe one. There really isn't that much in the way of enemies at the moment at all. Unless of course you're looking to try and make your way over to this particular Marauder camp at night. If you're going to try and do it that way, well, good luck to you. But anyhow, I'm just using the survival vision here just to get the minimap on screen again, very briefly, because I am doing this on Survivor 2 in terms of difficulty, so this is as tough as it gets. But once I actually reach the destination, there's something else I also want to show, just so that people are a little bit better prepared for these particular camps. And I can see I'm just about at the spot where I need to be. So these are the skills that I recommend that everybody has in place before taking on these Marauder camps. The first one is focus shot. You have to have this in order to activate focus mode. And the second is suppressing fire. Basically, when in focus mode, ranged weapons will have an increased power to stop weaker enemies. These you need. They're not essential, but they will make the job a damn sight easier. Anyhow, I'm just about ready to rock and roll, but I do require the suppressor on the SMP-9 before starting. So I'm getting into the crouch position just to be a bit quieter, and then the area that I'm going to be doing all the attacking from is right here, because look at this, what a view. I can already see 4 of the Marauders, although realistically one of them now is heading up the hill, the one on the right. That does still leave the 2 over there, which I'm going to take out with headshots. In fact, they're all going to get it with headshots. I just basically look to line them up. When I've got it close, go into focus mode, and hey presto. But there is a third Marauder right down there. And they're not frozen, they will move. As they're walking back, yeah, again, another headshot. Right, that is 1/3 of the camp already taken out. This is where the fun really starts. I'm going to move the spare trap, and the only reason I'm actually going to move it on this occasion is so that it's no longer a threat to me. Once I replace it down on the ground, I can't be harmed by it anymore. Now, there is also a bear trap there, which I'm purposefully going to go through, making sure to keep low here, back into position, And that's it. The rest of the camp now know that something is up here, but they don't know exactly what, and they don't know exactly my position either. So they're all just going to wander over here, and they're all going to get it. Nice and easy. If I get the chance of taking out any of the Marauders with some slightly longer shots, I will take them. In fact, this one over here who is all of a sudden crouching on the wrong side of the of the fence over there, yeah, he's going to get it, and he's made life a bit more difficult there, but that's okay. I got him. Now, one thing that is worth mentioning here, if you're looking to take out the camp using this method, but doing it with a 9mm, do be aware that some of these longer shots will not get the job done in terms of killing the Marauders. The 9mm is nowhere near as powerful a weapon as this bad boy. So basically your shots with a 9mm, if you're doing it this way, they have to be a damn sight closer to be effective. Just be aware of that. I'm putting it out there. Now, I only have one Marauder left, and this one may not come over immediately, if at all, because they're so far away. So, you know what, I'm just going headhunting. I did mention that this particular camp has a lot of bear traps and noise traps, but they are generally more as you get nearer the camp. So I can see a Marauder now, and yeah, there is a bear trap, just as I've been talking about them. I'm just looking to get a headshot here, and oh, I actually took two there. I missed with the first, but that's okay. That is it, job done. That is the first method all taken care of. Okay, on to the next one, folks. Right then, on to method number 2, and it is worth noting that every other method now that I show starts from the same attacking position. So I am just going to show on the map whereabouts I am, and of course before getting into position, make sure that the suppressor is on the weapon, and in this case it's going to be the 9mm. Now, the reason why I'm not showing this particular camp being taken out with any other weapons from the primary selection is basically this. A suppressor for a primary weapon, you require a trust level 2 in order to get one. You will not have trust level 2 at this stage in the game, so my trusty SAF-12 is out of the picture, but as the name of this particular method implies, Rock On, yeah, it was going to be called something like Rocks of Death or something like that. I just thought in the end Rock On sounded quite cool, so. But this is basically all about just attracting the Marauders over to this area and taking them out in a number of different ways. Truth be told, the rest of them are going to get it with headshots, but just looking to get them over one at a time. The rock, basically, every time you throw it, will attract the nearest Marauder that is that hears the sound. On very rare occasions, you will sometimes get two of them coming over, but yeah, it doesn't happen on this camp, that's for sure. So, again, very nice. The Marauders just basically walked into my sight, which is a very nice way of doing it. But again, there is another Marauder over there, so again, it's just going to be attract them over, try and bring them over a little bit closer. In fact, truth be told, that one where he is right now can be taken out from there, no problem at all. Now, it is worth noting, I'm not going to be doing this for the entire camp. When I get to about the last two, maybe even three, I will move from this position to basically go headhunting to get the last of them. Because once their numbers are seriously depleted, they don't really present any significant threat. Not unless you're really, really clumsy. Again, I'm looking just to basically have them walk into the site. It's just a nice easy way and a very quick way, because you can quite literally just apply the focus mode just as they're moving at the site, and that just makes things so much easier. Now, this one looks like he's... Okay, I thought he was actually running back, but that's not quite the case. In fact, it looks like he's just settled there, so do you know what? He is close enough. I'll just take that one out. Okay, so far so good. That is just over half the camp cleared, and this is where it starts to get a bit trickier. However, there is another marauder that I can see over there to my right. See if I can entice him over to this rock section here. This will probably be the last marauder that I will be able to get in this way. After this, I will probably have to move. Yep, thank you very much. Okay, yeah, now I'm definitely going to have to move. So I do know there's going to be one of the marauders over in this section here. And he is a little bit... there's actually, I can actually see two of the marauders over there together. So if I even tried to take that one out there, even if I did get the headshot, chances are I'd alert the other two. But now that other one's away, do you know what? Let's take the shot here. There we go. That really was a borderline shot. I wasn't sure whether that one would definitely take out the marauder. If it had been the SMP-9 that I was using, yeah, no problem at all. And truth be told, if you're basically doing this method with an SMP-9, it's a damn sight easier. I just wanted to show this particular method being done with the worst weapon you can possibly get. And you'll see as I start to move on just how many traps there is. Yeah, another noise trap right there. And there are bear traps all over the place. But generally, if you go around the outskirts of the camp, you can generally avoid them all pretty easily. The last two, yeah. This first one's going to be a nice easy kill. And the last one over there actually seems pretty oblivious to anything going on over here. So I'm going to, yeah, first of all take care of that noise trap, otherwise I will be heard. Yeah, this one I'm actually just going to take out with stealth. They are moving, that's fine. And there we go. That is, again, the job done. Yep, I finally get the mission complete. Okay, for the next method, a much quicker way of getting the job done. Right then, on to method 3, and this I like to call Camp Circle, for a very obvious reason. I'm not going to be hanging about on this particular run. As always, I'm showing where I am on the map in relation to the camp. It is the same attack area that I always start from. So I'm going to use the 9mm on this run as well. Just make sure the suppressor is on and ready to rock and roll. And here we go. I start at this point, but I'm not going to be staying here, that's for sure. Okay, so very first marauder, that one down there. He is always down there or moving towards that area. From here I am moving now. Bear trap, this is something very interesting to know. If you ever get to a bear trap, just pick it up, move it, and after you've moved it, that's it. You can walk over it and it will not harm you. So I don't do this much on this particular run, but I just wanted to show that for anybody who is looking to plot their way around these marauder camps. Now, on this side of the camp, there is always two that patrol outside the grounds. And that one was heading back in, just making sure that wasn't going to happen. So there we go, nice. I've got this area taken care of, but I'm basically coming down into this section next. And I do have to watch down here. There is a noise trap there, but there's also two bear traps are basically beside this log area. But I want here especially to get this shot. Now at this point, just having a quick look to see where the rest of them are. They're generally now all over on the other side of this camp, basically to my right. Now, when I get over here, I like to get onto this section right here. Very nice vantage point. And I've got a chance of taking that shot there, so yeah, just looking over, I can see there is another two marauders over there. And I'm actually going to use the tree as a little bit of cover here. However, that was a little unexpected. It shouldn't have been. I did make a rather lengthy drop there, so that was basically why the guy came over there, heard the noise. But never mind. Job is still good in here. Just heading up this way, and hey, what do you know? That's 2 of the 3 that I require. Again, because I'm at close range, these headshots aren't going to be a problem at all. And the last Marauder. At first I don't actually see him, but he's right there. Didn't see him, but I heard him. And there we go. That is, if you're going to go around the camp, taking them all out, that is the way that I suggest you do it. It is the easiest. Right then folks, on to the 4th and final method that I'm going to show. And I simply call this one Fun with the M40 for obvious reasons. Again, as always, I'm just showing where I am in relation to the camp on the map. It's the same spot every time. And from here, I am looking to get a suppressor on the 9mm. And yes, I have an M40 in play. Now, this stage in the game, only 5 bullets that I have on that bad boy. So I'm going to have to make them count. So not the entire camp obviously cannot be taken out with the M40 because I don't have enough bullets. But that's not a problem. I'm going to take care of 1 or 2 of these Marauders first of all. Now, there is a noise trap there. I'm going to take care of that first. I'm ideally looking to get about 3 or 4 Marauders before going nuts with the M40. And I do have a specific area where I'm going to attack from with the M40. By the way, when heading back up that way that I just came down from, there is a bear trap down there. Be aware of it. Again, this one here I'm just picking up and putting back down that way now. I can't be touched by it. So at this point, yeah, that one over there, they're going to get it as well. Because it is basically up in this area that I want to do all the, in fact, this bush area right here. It's quite lengthy. You get a good view of the entire camp from up here. And of course, because I'm using a sniper rifle, I can hit them from a long way off. Here we go. Yeah, I'm going loud. I don't give a shit. They know roughly where I am, but not exactly. And I'm just going to pick them all off. Worth knowing, these do have to be headshots, because this is for the first sniper rifle that you're ever likely to get. Yeah, it's not super powerful, but headshots will do the job every single time. And of course, because it's a sniper rifle, you're doing all this from distance, so it's quite nice. But I do want to get a better vantage spot now for the final 2, especially as I'm struggling to see any of them. They will both be over the other side of the camp, so I'll just head over to this log area, making sure to avoid those 2 bear traps. Just trying to get a read as to where they are. They should be over in that area, so I'm just going to move over again. Now, there they are. Well, that's certainly one of them. Nice, last one. Yep, I see them. And holy shit, I've taken a hit.
That's the last of them.
It didn't matter. That is it. Job done. Now, I'm not finishing the video quite just yet. There is just one other thing that I want to show. This is always good stuff to know when you're playing the game at the very start. Basically, there is a fantastic melee weapon that you can get your hands on. In fact, there's 2 of them around this campway. There's the first right there. It's a fire axe. And trust me, at this stage in the game, it has very bad durability, but it does fantastic damage. And, yep, there is a noise trap there, but there is another fire axe right in there. And that's it. That brings me very nicely to the end of this video. Thank you so much for watching, folks, and I hope you all enjoyed it. Take care.